Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to today's podcast with Professor TOT, your podcast technology professor. And today we are going over live edits for one of our clients. So here what we're showing on the screen, we are in CapCut, and I wanted to complete an intro outro that I will be using for our clients videos. We're doing a long form to short form video edit. So I'm going to play what we have so far. So from here we have these particular things. So I want to go back over here to home. And then I want to be sure that this shows not in my templates, but let me go here. What we're doing is for YouTube Shorts. So 16:9 would be the aspect ratio that we would use if this was going to be a YouTube or a Facebook video or post, but it's going to be a short. So it can be used for TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. If I was doing a regular Instagram or LinkedIn, then I would use the 1:1 aspect ratio. Wait a minute here. Yeah, 9:16 is what we're going to use. I had to think for a minute there. So just think TikTok is the same for Facebook and YouTube Shorts. So I'm going to click here. And then over here on my media, I should have right here. So I have my intro already here. So I can go ahead and add that in because I want to start with an intro. So I'm going to wait to have that, and I'm going to play. And I'm trying to, okay, so it's not that long. So you see here? That's the intro. That's it. Even though it says, I'm not sure why it's saying this amount of time because that is so incorrect. So now what I want to do is I need to go over here to my Adobe Express because we need to do a few changes before we put that into CapCut. So I want to start from my video. But I know I'm doing a YouTube short. So I want to be sure that I select the correct aspect ratio here. So I'm going to select that one. And I want to upload the video. And from this video, I know that this is the one I want to start with. So I'm going to open. And here we have the video. So if we just go
using mental health diagnosis, we're following these clinical models that are evidence-based. But God has given us some evidence in his word. And I wanted to be able to not only help them get to the place of acknowledging it, but true healing, I think, has to take place in both areas.
Jesus.
Okay.
And I felt that God using mental health diagnosis.
So we're going to do a pause here. So notice my words are down a little low. And because I've already done the short form to long form video, I need to determine, can I make this change to make the words come up just a little higher? So give me one moment. Let me go over to my program. And let's see what I can do here to make this change very quickly. Oh no, let me see what is going on here. Okay, here we go here. And if okay, here we go. So I want to see if I can change the position of the clip, and it doesn't allow me to make the change. So what I want to do here, we're going to just go back into here. What I want to do in this particular instance, I need to cover up these. This was a request from the client. So I want to go over here to elements, and I have all of these beautiful elements that I can use. I can use textures, I can use overlays. So I did one before, and I used this very pretty gold overlay. So I'm going to see if I can find something like that. And let's see. Let's try with these. Let's see how that would look if we put this here. It's going to cover up a little bit of the wording, but I think it might actually work. So I'm going to do a little razzle dazzle, as we call it. So now below that, I want to put the gold, and I'm going to take the gold and put it here. And I just want to realign, and I'm going to make these come in some. And I want to pull this out so it covers everything. No white. We're looking for no white. So that looks good. So I'm going to pull this over some. Will it work? Okay, if this will not work, then we will make this come. Okay, we got that one. And then let's take this. No, let's see why I want it. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. Let's try with these, and let's go ahead and expand up here. Instead of expanding lower, we will expand higher. And then I'm going to pull these down here. It did the same thing to me. So let's try to pull it down a little more. There we go. There we go. And now I can push it up. Okay. So not much we can do about these words being cut off. So let's go ahead and play and just see.
We're following these clinical models that are evidence-based. But God has given us some evidence in his word. And I wanted to be able to not only help.
Okay, so the next thing I want to do is go over to my stuff. And I have this logo here. So I want to add the logo as an emoji. And what I'm going to do is make this a little smaller, and I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to actually also add my logo. Just, this is not the right one. So let's reverse again. I think this is the right one. Okay, so we're going to take this one and put it down here. And I just want it to be right there. Okay, and let me just be sure that this, yes, okay. So now we have this here. So what we are going to do, because this is all we want to do in Adobe. So now I'm going to rename this pre-edit. And I'll name this one because we're going to be doing a couple. So I'm going to download this now. Okay. So we have this downloading. Okay, here, so I'm going to click downloads, and then it's going to start my downloads, and I'm going to wait for it to be complete. And then we're going to put it in another platform, and that's where we are going to make the magic happen. Okay, it's almost finished. Okay, so we see here it is now downloading into my download folder. In this particular live will just be to show how I go from one platform to another doing different edits. And this is doing edits of long form video to short form video. So I've already went in and I've created my short form video. And now I want to go in and do my razzle dazzle is what I call it. So I'm going to do a little razzle dazzle. Okay. So now we are here. So I need to come here. I already have these. So I need to actually pull this here because if I leave it here, when I do my insert will go in the beginning. But I want my insert to go behind. So instead of being in front, if I want my insert in front, I move this here. I want my insert in the back. So I move this here. So now I need to go to upload from this device. And here is my pre-edit and open. And it comes here, it's going to upload here. And see, it's now doing its download into my CapCut system. It's almost there. And don't forget that we have the 2024 Podcast Strategic Planner available. It is available on Amazon. You can get the hard copy of the planner. And this is actually the planner. This is a video, if you can see here. This is a video of it, of the planner, but it is available on Amazon. So if you can please go and get that, it's greatly appreciated. So it tells me my media is uploaded. I'm going to click OK. Then I'm going to double click here and then voila. It goes there. So let's take a look here. This seems to be giving me a solvency problem. Okay, so let's go back and let's see here. Okay, so I feel like that is the end. So let's make this a little smaller. And let's see. What is going on? Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and put our transition here. So when you click right between the two spaces that were right there, it automatically will bring up these transitions. We're in CapCut. So now I can determine what transition do I want to use. And let's see, which one do I want to use? Let's look at these. So you have happy, angry, little dollar bills, super like $quarter bills. Okay, none of those. So let's go back. And let's do light effects. And let's try this one. Okay, so let's go here. I don't know why this is not doing, it should be playing straight through. So this is still causing a bit of a problem. Let's go here and let's try again. Okay, for some, I know why it's doing that. I mean, I completely understand. And I was trying to do a shortcut with creating this, but this may not have been the best thing to do. So let's see. Okay, so let's scratch this. I'm going to delete that. And what we're going to do now is go back over to media. And this is all of these wonderful AI art that was created, as you can see, few intros and outros, and we're just going to keep going. And this is what I'm looking for, the global impact logo. So I'm going to insert the logo here. So this is the logo. So we come here. Let's bring this together.
Using mental health.
Did not work. So let me put this back, and I want to expand. Oh, this is giving me such a hard time. I do not like this. Okay, let's do this the other way then. Go to uploads from this device, and I'm just going to insert all over again. I need to go find the logo. So I have this logo. I'm going to upload it here. So let me go back up here because this is where to come. Here's the logo. So in this particular logo, I want to add an effect. And the effect I want to use is this one here. Okay, then what I want to do as well is I want to add audio. I want to look at my favorites. Okay, so I want to go here. This is the favorite. So we're going to add this here. Okay, so this is very long. I don't need it to be this long, so I'm going to go here. And let's put it here. Oh, no, I can't put it there. Okay. So we're going to put it here. And then we're going to pull this about right like so. And let's go back and play.
Using mental health diagnosis. We're following these clinical models that are evidence-based. But God has given us some evidence in his word. And I wanted to be able to not only help.
Now this music it's still playing and it is a little loud, so I want to shorten it just a little bit. So let's try again.
Using mental.
Okay, so I like that there. Then what I want to do back here is I want to add the music again. And then I'm going to shorten it. Then I need to go back to my media and I want to add the logo again. That is not where I want the logo though, so I'm going to bring this over here. Remember when I was saying if you don't have it in the right place, it's going to add. It's still added there, so just giving me a hard time today. I think it's because I decided to show people what I do. Anytime I decide to show people what I do, I have an issue. So let's do this here. Let's try to bring this down here. There we go. And now from here, let's add these. There we go. So these here, let's see.
Using mental health diagnosis.
Okay, and now we're going to click here to go into our transition. And for our transition, we want to use, I don't want to use the light effect. Let's see, let's do the blur. So that should be in there now. Let's take a look.
Using mental health diagnosis.
Okay, so we have this, and then I'm going to click on my audio and I'm going to have a fade in. And let's see how that works.
Using mental health diagnosis. Yeah. We're following these clinical models.
Okay, so now we have that. We need a transition here too. So if you click right between the space, you'll see the transition symbol come up. You click that, and then we just are going to do this. So we have our transitions in place. Now we can go over to effects. So now I'm going to watch the video and determine what do I want to put where. I know I'm going to do a zoom. So let's look.
Using mental health diagnosis. Yeah. We're following these clinical models that are evidence-based.
So when she said evidence-based, I think that's a good place to zoom in.
Using mental health diagnosis. Yeah. We're following these clinical models that are evidence-based. But God has given us some evidence in his word. And I wanted to be able to not only help them get to the place of acknowledging it, but true healing, I think, has to take place in both areas. Jesus. And I felt that God
Okay, so we're going to do this here.
was leading me in a spiritual journey so that I could help shift the mindset of people that are under attack in their mind. Like, I want you to get free from this. The prisoner of war in the mind was the process of freeing yourself. But then what do you do on the other side of that? How do I take care of myself mentally, emotionally, psychologically? To make sure I don't enter this place again. That's good. So I don't go into this dark place of wanting to self-harm or wanting to harm others, right? I want revenge. When this emotion is greater than their willpower, it takes a supernatural strength. Only God can give that. We can walk them through the clinical steps, and that's helpful. But we want them to leave us and be liberated. That liberation only comes through Christ. Ooh, that's good. Only comes through Christ. My God. So God began to deal with me and say, you know, I've given you this mantle, not just from a clinical place, But there's a spiritual component, and I've got to get you to this level so that you can shift the mind. That mantle of shifting the mindset.
Okay, so right here.
You to this level so that you can shift the mind. That mantle of shifting the mindset. Don't look at it as just a clinical thing. It's a spiritual realm.
Ooh,
Because
that's
some
good.
people are in a place in their mind and they don't want to be there.
They don't.
They can't think about anything else.
Yeah.
They're trying to turn those thoughts off, but the enemy is tormenting them. So God said, in order for you to get to this place to reprieve them,
Yeah.
I've got to get you to this next level.
My God.
To not only deal with it in a clinical setting, but in order for you to deal with it in the spiritual component, I need you to be on this next level.
Wow.
And so he began to deal with me with that word reprieve and what it means. Because for so long we focused on revive us again.
Yeah.
But he began to give me the word reprieve. And say, this is respite.
Yeah.
This is giving a break, because some people need respite of the mind.
They do. Yeah.
Right? We're declaring them free because God has declared them free. But they need respite.
Okay, and have our inning, but what we do not have that we need is our rolling film. And let's go back.
They do. Yeah.
Right? We're declaring them free because God has declared them free. But they need respite.
So notice this is a little too far off, so I just want to go here and I want to select these, if I can capture it. Okay, let's just go back and let's bring this right here. And let's add our rolling film. And now let's take a look.
They do. Yeah.
Right? We're declaring them free because God has declared them free. But they need respite.
And that, my friends, is how I do the short. Now my music is a little too long here, so I want to just take this back here like so, and let's try again. You always want to look at your edits to be sure they make sense.
Yeah.
Right? We're declaring them free because God has declared them free. But they need respite.
That is perfect. And what I can do right here is add one last little piece. Excuse me. Want to add a call to action. Let's go on the templates and type in subscribe. This is not what I was looking for. Is it on the elements? Where is it? Here it is, right here. So you have these different subscribes, and I want to find this one. This one right here. And let's see how it looks.
And say, this is respite.
Yeah.
This is giving a break, because some people need respite of the mind.
They do. Yeah.
Right? We're declaring them free because God has declared them free. But they need respite.
And there we have. Subscribe to my YouTube. Oh, what did that say in the beginning? Let's see.
Respite.
Okay, and then I also want to have this one other place. So let's go about, let's say, right in here. Early on, you want to give a call of action. So we're going to put it here. But we're going to make it. Excuse me.
Like, I want you to get free from this. The prisoner of war in the mind was the process of freeing yourself.
So let's see. Let's put it here. Let's see.
Like, I want you to get free from this. The prisoner of war in the mind was.
That is not, I want it to be a little bigger. So I might have to use a different one, but let's see.
Like, I want you to get free from this. The prisoner of war in the mind was the process of freeing.
Okay, I think I like that. Let's look at the other gifts. Okay, I feel like that's going to work. So with this being done, before I do the download, I need to rename this. And this one is going to be called, I'm looking for my notes here, so sorry. I want to come here and rename. And then from here, I am ready to export. And so I'm going to click on download. And export, and it's going to do these. You have to wait until it's at 100%, and then another button will pop up, which is the actual download. Right now it's just exporting to download, but it's not officially downloaded. So see, it says export it, loading resources. So what it's doing now is exporting to my space. Now it's doing the download, and see right here. So it says I can download to my device. So it should be downloaded at this time. And there you go there. And now I can send it to my clients. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for saving. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. But most of all, I thank you for your support. And until next time, this is Professor TOT signing off. Bye.